Hi, I'm with the Cabinet of Health and Family Services. Um, for practicum and update, I've been doing a lot with the specialized team. So again, they do investigations of abuse of children under the age of 4. They do human trafficking. They do any kind of investigation on like a foster home or at a school. And I'm missing one. I can't think of what it is. Anywho, um, I feel like I've talked a lot about um, most of my visits. So today's visit was an investigation on a teacher at a school. I'm not going to go into too much detail on it over the video because I do post these on YouTube before I upload it, and I don't want to put too much information out there. I can put a little more in the description before I post this. But that was interesting to see. It's kind of harder with teacher investigations because with parents you can say like, well, why did your kid say this? You did this to them. With the teacher, you can't say like who is making the allegations. You can't be like, well, why did this student say you did this to them? Because that wouldn't really be good for the student and teacher at the school. If like the case wasn't substantiated, it would make it really hard on that student. So this case is going to be pretty big because there's a lot of people involved. I think there were 3 students who came forward, and then those students listed off names of some other people. So the investigator that I went with, she has to interview all of these people. So today we talked to the principal and the counselor, and we talked to the teacher, and then we went back to the office for the students that weren't necessarily victims, but their names were brought up in the investigation and we have to interview. We have to get permission from the parents. So we only got permission from one parent so far, so we went and interviewed that girl. It's kind of hard to see where the case is going to go right now because there's really no hard evidence pointing to the allegations, and a lot of what was said, a lot of the allegation was rumor, so you can't really substantiate a case based off of rumor. I would say a high and a low. A high is the experience I'm getting. I feel like working with the specialized team, I'm seeing a lot more and I'm involved in a lot more. It seemed like when I was just working with investigation, I'd be sitting around a lot. It seemed like the investigation didn't last that long. You didn't have that many people to talk to, so it was a quick visit and then you were kind of done and you'd go back to the office and we'd just kind of sit. But with the specialized team, there's so much that goes into it and so many people that have to be talked to, and it's just a lot more. So I'm getting a lot more experience. A low, with the case today, I feel like I shouldn't, but I felt myself when interviewing the teacher, like, feeling bad for him, in a sense. Like, if the allegations are true, I obviously wouldn't feel bad for him at all. He kind of did it to himself. But as of right now, like, he's been a teacher for 5 years, never had any complaints. Like every other teacher says, he has really good relationships with them and with other students, and all the students really like him. So, when talking to the teacher, he was just so nervous and he was shaking, and I just found myself feeling bad for him, like thinking in my head how, if these allegations weren't true, how this will just like mess up, how it could potentially mess up his whole life. Because one of the parents posted about it on Facebook, and so it just, it's really complicated. But I feel like that's a low, is trying to sort through my emotions and feelings, and feeling bad when I probably shouldn't feel bad. But yeah, my midterm was Friday, and I feel like that went really well. I was excited to get to tell my field liaison about everything I've been doing, and I feel like I've met a bunch of my competencies already. And my practicum, or my field instructor, had nothing but good things to say, so that was good. Um, Capstone project. Mm, I've been doing a lot more research on safe sleep, so I found information on like more information on how a baby should sleep in their crib. Like, they shouldn't have toys, they shouldn't be wrapped in a blanket, they should be on their back. I found some statistics on how many babies, I don't remember the statistics off the top of my head, but how many parents don't follow safe sleep guidelines. I found some information about the benefit of people educating parents on safe sleep. They say that parents who are educated on safe sleep are less likely to have issues with safe sleep. And I'm trying to figure out who I want to distribute my. I'm going to make like a survey or a pamphlet about safe sleep and give it out to people to fill out, but I haven't really decided where I'm going to do that at yet. So I'm still working. I feel I'm a little behind, but I'm trying. I've also gotten a lot of good information from my agency. The specialized investigator I worked with today told me that, because we were talking about it, and she told me that she had a case where the babysitter had wrapped the baby, the 5-month-old baby, in a really big blanket and put the baby down for sleep, and the baby ended up rolling over in its sleep and ended up suffocating and dying. So safe sleep is something that's really important and that people need to be educated on. So I'm excited to learn more about it. I just have to get going.